Toronto, Flemington Park, down in Eglinton. All we did was play basketball. I ended up moving into Malton. Westwood and Morningstar were the two programs, the two perennial programs in Malton. And I ended up going to Westwood, later became Lincoln Alexander. And I was fortunate enough to watch Sherman Hamilton play basketball. He was a senior when I was in grade 9. And man, just what I was able to see him do on a daily basis, I was just so infatuated with his game. And the one thing that I took away from it beyond just the game itself was just how he handled himself. I always thought that he played in class. He acted like he's done it before and he's never done it. He's always do it again. So that's what I wanted to be like. I wanted to be like that Barry Sanders, Fred McGriff type of guy that just, worked on my skills, honed in on my skills. And if I did something great, I would, that's what I worked on. So that's what I expected. And I was probably more of a bigger cheerleader for my teammates than I would for myself. I ended up staying and going to Sheridan College and playing 4 years there. So I played at 4 years at Sheridan College. I was a 3-time All-Canadian. I was a Player of the Year, All-Millennium. There's a trophy named after me, which is pretty awesome for my kids to see. It's about excellence in athletics and academics. And I just had a great 4 years there, playing with my friends, playing for coaches that I really respect. And then my last year, I ended up going to Guelph and playing 1 year with Chris O'Rourke, who recruited me at the time out of high school, but I ended up going to college instead. I played 1 year there, and then I went to Europe and played a brief stint in Slovenia and Slovakia. My dream to play basketball had come true, and I had an amazing experience. But the reality was I had my son on the way. My wife and I were about to have our first born. Guelph is one of those small town places where they're so good into, really wanting you to be a part of your program once you leave. And I came back and I started my coaching career. I was an assistant coach at the University of Guelph. I did that for 1 year. And then the next year I started the Sheridan College women's program. And from the ground up, after 3 years, we won our first OSBA Championship. We three-peated. I had a great group of girls that worked their tail off. And did that for I think 7 years. And by the time Joshua was in grade 4, it was time for me to start coaching. I felt my brother Marv Spencer said, if not you, then who? You have all this knowledge. Why not coach your son? And I didn't want to. I just wanted to train him. But that I was blessed with having an amazing core group of kids. Josh Primo that plays on the LA Clippers, Caleb Houston that plays on the Orlando Magic, Nana Owusu-Anane that plays at Brown University, Joshua that plays at Bucknell, Elliot Dimakalagan, he's at a Division II school, he's at Simon Fraser, Xavier Farron, he's over at Brock. Then I also have Sebastian, who's over at Queens. So I was lucky to have a group of kids from grade 4 all the way up. And I think I stopped at grade 10. That's when I was like, you know what? They're not listening to me anymore. Not in a disrespectful way, but they just need a different voice. So I kind of, let go of the reins and watched them blossom and grow. And all of them are doing amazing. Okay, dive to the corner, right into a ball screen, and we're defending it. What are we doing when we're going to the right, sorry? Under. High hedge and under, and we're going live. Okay, whoever's rolling to the rim, make sure within the corner is paint touching. You have to make the right read. You don't have the downhill, which you shouldn't. You should have the kickback for a shot or for a dumper into the post. Okay, I want you communicating loud. Okay, I want intensity. Those who don't know, just wait until you get into the drill, watch what they're doing, and go from there. Okay, let's go. Let's go. My practice is always intense. I was an intense player. I'm an intense father. I'm an intense person. It can be intimidating at times, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with intensity, high energy, and we're always on the go, always on the go. Dead time, I do not like dead time. I like things being done all the time. I like a ton of communication. We weren't so great at that. We got better, but because we're young, and I understand that. And you know, if you look at some of the teams that we have to play against, you see why we lost games and why we would, you know, be able to compete with teams. But then, you know, in the fourth quarter, you know, you see the team start to pick things up. That's what experience is. Like, that's the reality. We try our best to, you know, try and combat that and try and steal games. And I think we did a good job a few times doing it. But at the same time, I understand that, you know, the intensity level that I want to bring, I have to pick my spots because, you know, we're a young team, and not just a young team, an inexperienced team. I think Jasmine, Carlita, and Mildred were the only 3 girls that actually played OSBA basketball. This year, they had big responsibility, and I think they did an awesome job doing it. Whereas Jasmine started off in grade 10 because of COVID, but her role was even different, and she was doing some learning as well. So, I mean, it was really good just to see all of them grow, as well as the other girls who never got an opportunity to play OSBA basketball to get thrown right into the fire.
This year's been great. I mean, it's my last year, and it's been fun with this team. We're a bit younger than we normally are, so it's been fun to, you know, teach the younger girls how to play against the older competition and how to develop some confidence.
I played with Coach Shane last summer as well with Kia Nurse, and I've trained with him before, even before he got here. So the switch was definitely different. I feel like Coach Shane is more of like, since he's a trainer, he's more of like get to the details and things like that, and he talks a lot like on the court, off the court, like you saw in practices, film. He has sheets for us every single time, so he's definitely into the details of things.
Film's very important. We don't want any surprises going into our games. We want to know exactly like what defenses, their offenses, especially a lot of us know the girls we're playing, but some people don't. So it's really important that like we know the competition completely, so there's no surprises and we just go in there and do our job.
The first time we played them, we lost by a fair amount, by like 18, and the second time we beat them in our gym by 20. So our mindset going into this, going back to their gym, we want to beat them by 20 again with the same energy, probably more energy than they have.
It's going to be execution when it comes down to it, and defense as well. Coach Shane and the rest of our coaching staff, they really pride ourselves on the defense. There's no team that kind of plays defense like we do in the OSBA because we force left, so I feel like that's definitely going to be important in this game.
Hey, here's what I like. If you're not going to be tough and compete, you'll never give yourself a chance to win. It's going to take more than just execution. All right, it's going to take some luck. It's going to take some toughness and some grit. You have to go out there and compete when you play. Okay? And if you don't think that you competed hard enough, okay, you have another practice tomorrow to do that and show it. Okay? Well, tomorrow morning, we're at 8:50 till 10. 8:50 till 10, we're going to work on our 1-2-2. We're going to work on our 1-3-1, and we're going to do some shooting. We've worked from September until now. Heck, we've worked from April until now. Okay, when we're in the gym working on our skill set. Okay, then we sprinted all in August. Okay, for a week in the blazing heat. Then we did our strength and conditioning. We went through our ups and downs. Okay, we've been through a lot. All that stuff, guys. This is a new season. Whatever it was, I think we're 17 and 11. All that stuff gets thrown out the window now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Okay, I'm interested to see who's ready to put it together and help us get this win. So complete focus and dedication. Any questions, ladies? Practice tomorrow at 8:50. Okay? Let's go.
Good job, bro. Go.
Kings on 2-1-2, Kings.